From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play there on the first play of the game. 41 yards. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson eluding the pressure right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes will get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll be out right at the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and he'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Calais Campbell on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Oh, and now some space to operate. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone. And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point on Baker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League. And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back. He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball. Forcing incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation. On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that. Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And some space here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. Chris Jones. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm looking at this one by defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50. The interception, he'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd and a couple, Mahomes.
Into a sea of defenders, and intercepted.
Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters.
And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Now,
-VGDI-find wire LV. Red Heart. -VGDI-find wire LV. Women. -VGDI-find wire LV.
In downtown New Orleans.
coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints. Kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Chiefs will go in 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now a Louisiana native is starting here by LSU. It's Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that play.
They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
It was just third down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the third play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, force the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. They find some open field here. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Dalton.
They'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Landry.
And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they manage to convert.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing, Dalton. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Kamara up the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Well, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
And everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Calling a loss of 14 on the play. They're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Mahomes going to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get on the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Toss wide side. This is Kamara. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good, and the driver wind up yielding 3. So the interception setting up a terrific field position with 3 points. The end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple. We want that drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say we should have done better there.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing now is Mahomes, sliding out of the pocket. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Now Edwards-Helaire. 59 yards on the ground for him so far.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there's no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Now here's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts.
as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The Chiefs will set up for the two-point conversion.
Mahomes will throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Well, this has been a close game throughout, but that return can help them gain the separation that they've been seeking throughout the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
3 yards remain for second down. A 10th carry for Kamara, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Dalton, 1st and 10. He finds his man Johnson.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave
from 4 yards out.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter, drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Here's Dalton to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10.
Mahomes now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara.
115 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Again, it's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Dalton, and that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Dalton with a quick throw out wide. Touchdown, Saints. Adam Troutman from 17 yards out. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take it the whole.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Mahomes now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. They go play fake. Mahomes. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run, working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
On first down, Hill. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's the first time he's called his own number. He's got to be overjoyed with the result. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so that third down coming up.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So 2 disastrous running plays, and now they face a third and very long. And he's going to let it go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Mahomes to throw it. He's got Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down, but great yardage to start the drive. A first down, and it sets him up pretty nicely here moving forward. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.